I've come to the realization that I need to bring my camera with me every day, every single day to work. Yesterday I brought it and not one zipper was open. Let's explain this. The first day I came back after a long vacation, Friday, I was on the Medic, first day back, and typically on the Medic, you don't have a lot of free time. Just one of those things, running calls take a lot longer. By the time someone calls 911, you go to their house, pick them up, and take them to the hospital, clear it from the hospital, get back. Quite a bit of time passes between calls, and then you probably catch another call and all that. One of those things. So I chose to leave my camera at home. No practice at work, no after hours practice, that is. Sunset, one of those deals. So I left it. The ironic part was after dinner, late watch and all that stuff was done, I could have had a few hours before we got busy again at night. And it's just one of those things we're up quite a bit at night. So I brought it yesterday to work. Being on the engine, driving the engine, I figured after, some time, bust the camera out, practice a little bit, whether it's a sunset or sunrise the next morning, for shift change and going home. I figured I'd have some time. And I have a new, I guess maybe epiphany as far as the realization of, instead of trying to be, I guess, more intentional about, what I shoot and have a plan, I kind of just wanted a blitzkrieg style. I want to get to the point where I just want to shoot a lot. I want to press the shutter X amount of time. I don't have a goal about how many times I want to do it, but I want to have the camera available at work, whether I'm at my station, I swing it to another station. I want to bring it with me, put it in the bag, and then bring at least one, if not both lenses with me. And I want to see it different times a day with the lighting, interior, exterior lighting. Shoot a bunch and then figure it out at the end. What works. So the last video I had, I was in the garage trying to shoot a thumbnail, and I filmed a bit of the B-roll with it. And I tried to get a good shot. It didn't come out the way I had planned it, and I learned a lot from it. I think I shot at the end of the day, it was closer to 70 pictures. And at least three were passable, but three for sure that I didn't take too much time. I knew that one of the three would work, and I picked that, and I just made that the thumbnail for the other channel, which was a lot of fun. But I'm realizing I'm treating it like it's film. Like, you purchase film photography, rolls of film, that every time I press the shutter, it costs me money. It doesn't. Every time I don't press the shutter, it's costing me time that I could be learning. And that's kind of what I'm getting at now. So I want to bring the camera with me. I want to bring it with me at work. I want to bring it with me on trips, maybe. I want to bring it with me in the truck. Maybe not the motorcycle because I can't secure it, obviously, being in the saddlebags, but they don't lock. But I want to bring it with me more often. I want to have it on me. So let's fast forward, or rewind maybe today, but fast forward. The Medic Day was a chance where I actually could have done it. So I flipped the script because the engine day, what I didn't plan is, and I'll paint the picture here. I got a workout in, did all the stuff we had to do, check the truck off in the morning, went to the store, got breakfast and dinner, did my workout, and detailed the chainsaw, just do a little extra. And it came time to sit down and eat lunch. So I ate lunch. I ate most of my lunch. And fast forward, little foreshadowing, came back many hours later, and I had my sweet potato still half eaten on the table, and it was past dinner time at this point. So what happened was somebody knocked on the door, and or rather hit the doorbell. So we go, get up from the table, the three of us that were on the engine, we go over there, and a gentleman is on the other side of the door, and he says, "Hey, I just want to let y'all know there's some brown smoke coming down the street at one of the businesses down there." I had to cut that out. I don't know. I don't want to say exactly where it was, but And I said, oh, you said on such and such street? And he goes, yeah. You know, that one and the cross street. I said, okay, yeah, we'll go check it out. And I thanked him, and we're leaving the front door to open the door next to it to get into the bay where the fire truck is, right? Or the engine. So as soon as we open the door to go to the bay, the tones drop for commercial structure fire. So sure enough, somebody called it in after, you know, not him necessarily, but somebody called it in, whether it was a neighbor or somebody passing by. And I was like, all right, well, let's see what we got, right? So I jump in the driver's seat, open the map book, and flip to the page, pick up my hydrant. It's right down the street. I know where the hydrants are, but I have it there set in case we need a second hydrant, or third or whatever. So we turn the corner. We're at one end of the block. We make a right to the end of the block, and we're already on that street. And I kid you not, there was like a brown, tan colored smoke, not black smoke billowing out. There's a difference and all that, but it hadn't vented out all the way and tightened up pretty good. So from the left side of the building to the right side of the building and across the street, wide open street, was just this big plume of smoke, right? And it's going over there, and I turn the corner and I go, well, I guess he wasn't lying. Looks like we got something, right? One of those deals. So I drive down the street, I get my hydrant, and we start deploying 2.5-inch hose. Commercial building, big fire. You know, we're going with a larger diameter hose. Get my supply. We end up getting a deck gun in place. Multiple ladder companies, auto aid, so neighboring cities helping assist us with this fire. And I'll put some pictures in here too, and blur out some stuff that doesn't need to be seen. But it's just funny how intentional you can be on your day. And I love my job. One of the things, get goosebumps. One of the things about my job that's so awesome is you literally can be sitting there, think you have your day planned out, and then 7 hours later, which is what it turned out to be, 7+ hours later, you clear up from the scene. And it came out at, I think it was like about 1:07. He came in there about 30 seconds before the tones dropped and let us know about, you know, the incident, and probably arson, right? He's probably the one that started. He's a suspect. No, I'm just kidding. But from 1:07 roughly until about 8:30, just after 8:30, we cleared up. Out of service, have to clean equipment, clean hoses. Somebody ran over 3 sections of 5-inch hose and 2.5, so we had to test some hose and stuff, and that's a whole different story. People running over fire hose is amazing how people can do it, but it happens way more than you think it would. Even with cones and police units blocking traffic and stuff like that, they just go around, and it's weird. Anyway, that's a different tangent. So all the stuff, we had to go get air bottles refilled, go get fuel, obviously, and in between all that, grab some pizza, grab a couple slices of pizza, clean up, and then it comes back to the station and do the report and the exposure report. There's so much like paperwork and stuff and time consuming. First company on scene, obviously. So it was 3 a.m. No joke. 3 a.m. Just after 3 a.m. And I finally was done with the reports and all that stuff. 2 hours later, we got another call. So, long night, tired. I'm tired. I feel like I'm tired all the time nowadays, but I'm backwards, my time and all that stuff. But sorry about that, but that long tangent, that story to tell you that I go back after the last call, come back. It was after hours, after a shift change had already passed, so another hour of overtime, so it's a 25-hour shift. I grabbed my bag right where I put it 26 hours before, because it was an hour or so before the actual shift started when I put it down. So 26 hours later, I grab it to go home. Should have brought my camera on Friday when I was on the medic. Man, I could have practiced. But that being said, I'm going to bring my camera. I'm going to take as many pictures as I can. I looked up, it's not tried and true, but Nikon, for my camera, the Nikon D5600, advertises that its shutter life is 100,000. 100,000 presses of the shutter. I don't know how old, my buddy Patrick, who had this camera and shot quite a bit with it, professionally and for his own personal sake. I don't know how many he did, not even close to that, but I found out that you can actually take one of the JPEGs, originally not edited or whatever, and go to a website and they'll extract from the metadata and tell you what, like almost like a fingerprint, not just of the camera, but how many shots it's actually taken. So I'm curious to see how many shots. That'll be maybe another video or something, discussing that. But it seems like a lot, 100,000, right? Well, might as well start clicking away. Start practicing now. I work again tomorrow, and then I'm going on a 5-day break. My wife and I will have the first day off. We'll have together, and then the next 3 days I'll have off before doing an overtime shift for some in-service training for the department. And even then, maybe I'll bring the camera. Just depends. I like to be more hands-on and not step away. It's not like I'm doing media team stuff. So for the fire department, so I'd rather be on the Mayday side than the photography side. So, but the point is, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring it with me. I encourage you all to bring a camera. If you're wanting to learn, or if you need a little motivation, just bring it. The worst case scenario is you leave it in your bag, zipped up, and you take it home. That's it. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, but I'll have my camera with me.